Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by. Today's the first day of the Peter Matthew whatever YouTube channel day after day week video kind of thing. Now every day this week I'll be uploading a video at 10 a.m. Eastern time, okay? 10 a.m. Eastern time. So check in every day 10 a.m. Eastern time, whatever, 9 a.m. Central, however that rule goes, for a new video up on this channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be talking about stickers. Now, I've noticed a lot of YouTubers over the past, I don't know, maybe year, maybe half year, have been trading stickers, and I figured I gotta jump on this bandwagon while it's still riding here. So, I now have stickers. Here's what they look like. They're Peter Matthew Woodturning Videos and Info circa 2014 as seen on YouTube. Now, if you would like one of these stickers, you can send me an email. My email is going to be up somewhere on here. And it is peterturnswood@gmail.com. peterturnswood@gmail.com. And if you want to trade stickers, where you send me one of your shop stickers and I'll send you one of mine, or you can send me any sticker, I don't really care. I will get one of mine out to you as soon as I can. Just give me your address and I'll give you mine. We can trade. Or if you just want the sticker by itself without having to trade, you can send me a self-addressed envelope and get a hold of me on my email for the address to send them to. And I've actually received a few stickers in the mail over the week, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Here is the sticker wall so far, from the very top by that fish head, all the way down, 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 to the present stickers. This is a patch from Instructables. I entered a contest in Instructables a long time. I won something, and I also got this patch. Now, I've had this for a little bit, and I just decided to put an adhesive back on it and stick it to the wall, so that's really not anything. The Geek Pub, cool channel, very fun project, so there'll be a link to that in the description. Go check it out. Garage Woodworks, very nice spot of woodworking there, classic woodworking along with some new techniques. Go check out that. Ick Fairy, another very popular YouTube woodworker on the YouTube internet, so go check out Nick's channel for woodworking projects as well. And of course, I had to put up my own sticker on my shop sticker wall. Okay, now that we got the stickers out of the way, I want to answer some questions that I've actually received. And I printed them out, and I've been meaning to talk about these and answer them for a little while now, and I kind of forgot to. Mark Fogelman says, most viewers will have this dust collector inside their shop, and this setup gives them a false sense of safety. The dust that makes it through the Harbor Freight bag is invisible without a microscope. This dust stays airborne for weeks and will stick deep in your lungs when you breathe shop air unprotected. Lung problems may include asthma, bronchitis, pulmonary fibrosis, and lung cancer. And without a HEPA filter on this collector, you're better off just wearing a good-fitting face mask while you're in the shop and using a shop bag to clean up. Save up for HEPA filter, with a link there, before you use the Harbor Freight dust collector, thine baffle, and make sure all junction joints are airtight. So, in response to this, Mark, I will say that my whole dust collector unit is actually in a shed outside my shop, and the connection where the pipe busts through the wall is completely sealed off. Yes, all my joints are nice and tight. I don't really see the logic in this, though, because air is not pushing out. These don't contain pressure. Air is being sucked in, so I mean, that's probably a really strong piece of dust if it can fight the airflow and push out a joint. As far as the filter goes, that filter that's on that Harbor Freight dust collector is not the one that came with the Harbor Freight dust collector. It's actually upgraded. I don't know exactly what micron it filters down to, but I know it's much better than the Harbor Freight bag. And in the video, a lot of people commented about the dust coming out of the dust collector, and you know, that bag was actually sitting around for a very long time while I was working on the thine baffle, so most of the dust that came off of that bag was just laying on the top of it. It just collected dust over time sitting in the shop. That was not dust coming out of it. Joseph Rosler asks, how old are you? I thought you were a grown-up. Joseph, I'm 15 years old. No, I'm not a grown-up. I'm barely 16, so I've actually had quite a few people ask this question before. I am only 15 years old. I've been wood turning and woodworking for 3 years now, so I started when I was 12, and I do not intend on stopping. James Walt asks, have you ever considered using a kiln to dry your rough turn blanks? You know what? I think it'd be cool. I don't have a kiln, though, and I don't necessarily see it as a fantastic investment when I don't really mind waiting just for them to air dry. But Yeah, I think it'd be cool to have that. Right now, I just turn them, rough turn, and let them sit down for 6 months to a year until they're completely dried out and ready to be finished off. Roger Leslie asks, Roger, I've actually seen him commenting a bunch of times before. He's from Australia. Thanks for the support, Roger. He says, what do you do with the shavings? He uses them in his garden and footpaths to keep weeds down. Now, I actually recently started feeling kind of bad about pitching the shavings because I turn a lot of wet wood. I rough turn a lot of bowls, and I get big, long, curly shavings that I just kind of throw away. And I offered them to some of my neighbors who are gardeners, and they never really got back with me, so I'm guessing they don't really want them. Now I put them in lawn bags and give them to the lawn guys. Mark Hazelwood asks, what is the dimension between the base and the first mounting bolts on the impeller on my fine baffle and dust collector assembly? Mark, I really don't know. He says that his is still a bit too low, so it's hard to move the trash can out from underneath and get the hose down that connects the two units. I don't know what the dimensions on mine are. I will tell you, though, that when I put the trash can down and I put the impeller on top of it, I cut just the shortest little length of hose to connect the two, and it was too short, and it was still really hard to press down and slide out from underneath, so I ended up undoing those screws that held it in, the bolts, and having my dad help me out, hold it up, and clamp it into place while we put in new bolts and new mounting holes, maybe 5 inches up. It's better to have it too high than too low, is my advice to you. And, oh yeah, I forgot, Mark Fogelman actually replied to my response to his comment about the dust coming out of the Harbor Freight bag and the chronic bronchitis, pulmonary fibrosis, lung cancer, and asthma that I may possibly get. I replied telling him basically what I answered his question just now, and he replied, the advice is intended for your viewers. You still have dangerous dust in your shop, even with your equipment in a remote location. Google Bill Pence. Everybody right now, Google Bill Pence. Bill, P-E-N-T-Z. The Harbor Freight blower does not move enough air unrestricted, much less with a long section of 4-inch corrugated hose and the filter bag to keep you safe while operating a table saw, sander, planer, joiner, etc. If you connect the exhaust from top hat to a 6 to 8 inch piece of smoothbore PVC pipe that run outside, it would help. Yeah. Some of you who actually Google Bill Pence will know that there's not much relating to dust collection about him. I did find an article about something with a guy named Bill Pence and something about dust collection, but it really was not too helpful, and it didn't really have anything new that I did not know before. And I also searched for Bill Pence on Google Images, and, I mean, for whatever's that worth. And that is it for the questions, guys. So, again, tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, there will be another video, and I will see you guys then. Take care.